This is NAB Show Live.
Hello and welcome to NAB Show Live. I'm your host, Ryan Salazar. Today we have a very special guest who's no stranger to broadcast beat and NAB Show Live, Tom Gittens, CCO of Pebble Beach Systems. How you doing, sir?
I'm very good, Ryan, and how are you?
Doing great. So there's a lot of changes going on in the industry, and Pebble Beach has been part of that. So tell us what you guys are up to.
Well, you say change. I mean, I've been in the industry quite a few years now, as you can tell from the colour of my hair, I guess. I've never really known such a period of such dramatic change. Whether you look at mergers and acquisitions, whether you look at the rush to grab hold of content and channels, whether you look at changes on the technology front, I think most people would agree that the industry is going through a massive upheaval right now, and quite how it's all going to look in the next couple of years is quite hard to determine. But Pebble's certainly caught up in that. You know, we're making investments in terms of new technology, very much along the IP and virtualization pathway, and making sure that we stay relevant to our customers. What that means for me personally is that I'm moving into a commercial role for Pebble Beach Systems, so I can really focus on those changes and try and make sure that we adapt and do the right thing as that market changes. But yeah, it's a really exciting time.
All right, so I understand that recently you guys had a huge sale with Bloomberg. Let's talk about the type of companies that are working with Pebble Beach Systems and why they're choosing you for their automation needs.
Well, it's interesting. It's not just automation anymore. It's automation and channel technology and new channel technology. So, yeah, you mentioned Bloomberg. Obviously, that's something that we've been working on for a year or two now, and it's a really interesting project, very much based around an IP infrastructure for their main playout center here in London. And along with that, we've also been working on a project with DMC, TVT company based in Amsterdam, which is, you know, a very large IP-based virtualized project with, well, I think it's now 80 channels that they're playing on air from their new center in Amsterdam. So, you know, there are a couple of very good examples for sort of tomorrow's technology today. But along with that, we are also still working, of course, on the sort of automation projects which we built the business on historically. So yeah, it's a mixture, but overall, yeah, it's been a good time for Pebble Beach.
So as a production engineer, I've been in the broadcast environment for many years, and specifically in the Miami area. We're in the Fort Lauderdale, Florida area. I was at a playout center just a few years ago, and it's amazing the amount of large, big iron servers that are out there still in playout, and everybody's migrating to IP and to playout systems that can handle multi-channel configurations. So let's just talk about that and how the industry's evolved so much.
Yeah, I think broadcast engineers in general face quite a challenge these days. They're currently working with automation sat on sort of best of breed and discrete devices, but they know IP and virtualization and possibly public cloud is coming. What they don't really understand is how they can get from where they are today to that future. So as you say, a lot of broadcasters out there sat on individual boxes cabled together with coax using SDI to connect them together. They need to know how they can get from that in a sort of managed process towards an IP and virtualized future. And that's really something that Pebble Beach has been focusing on. You know, we've developed our marina automation system such that, you know, you can isolate the operators and the workflows around playout from the underlying channel technology decisions. So what we're saying to the market is, look, we can come in with automation, we can put an automation system in that makes you ready for tomorrow, and the rate at which you move towards those new technologies is something that you can manage from an engineering perspective without upsetting your workflows and without having to sit your operators in front of different operational interfaces. So I think we're one of very few companies really that have that option for our customers to say, look, come with us on this evolutionary journey. You don't have to throw away everything that you currently use and trust and start again with a brand new technology from possibly a brand new vendor. You can come with Pebble Beach and evolve into that world. And I think that's something that's really getting a lot of interest from our customer base, especially as they come towards the end of end of life of legacy automation systems, and they want to move forward, but they're just not quite sure how right now.
All right, so now let's get on to the really fun stuff, because when we're in Vegas and after the show, you know, there are all sorts of events happening. Everybody has their favorite thing to do while they're in Las Vegas. Personally, I like to go to Yoli's. It's a really great Brazilian steakhouse, which everybody knows of. But let's talk about, do you have any favorite haunts that you like to visit when you're in town?
Many, but I suppose the one that's a regular place for me to disappear to, normally for that last drink before bedtime, and it's up on the side balcony above the Lake of Dreams in the Wynn. Play some great music and make a really nice gin and tonic, and that's the way I end my day.
Wow, that's great. You know, it's funny you mentioned the Wynn. They have a really great, maybe it's the Encore, but I think it's the Wynn right next door. Like you're saying, there's a beautiful fountain that they have out there that I like to hang out, and they make great drinks. And maybe that's the same place or nearby, but love the Wynn. That's a great place. It's one of my favorite hotels in Vegas. All right, Tom Gittins, CCO of Pebble Beach Systems. I can't wait to see you in Las Vegas, and we'll certainly have an adult beverage.
Thank you very much. All the best, Ryan. Thank you.